Sam again from Smyrna, Georgia, riding the V-Star. First time out on the V-Star in a couple of weeks. Had a lot of bad weather. It's just barely out of the 50s right now, and it's going to be the warmest and best it's going to be today. It's going to rain here in a few hours, so I thought I'd try to get a quick ride in. Just had too much family stuff going on around the holidays to get out, and we've had nasty weather, and I just haven't felt like getting out and freezing my butt off. I didn't dress really well for it, but I'm not going far from the house, and I'm not really all that cold, so thought we'd get out here and talk a little more. And you know, it probably on my part, as you can see, it reflects a poor sense of planning. What is that? Poor prior planning produces poor results or something. I don't know what it is. I can't remember what it is. You guys will know what I'm talking about. But I'm not a planner. Are you a planner? I'm not. I don't ever really think of anything. Think it out. I mean, I had to, a little outbuilding we have here at my wife's house in Smyrna, Georgia, I was fixing it up to get it ready so I can put the bikes in when the weather gets really nasty, and I not plan on riding them for a while, so I can keep them out of the weather, because really other than that, all I have is a carport to put them under. And the weather, you know, the rain blows in on them and dust and all that stuff. And so, but the door was too small to get the spider in. You wouldn't think that look at a spider, but the daggum things, it just seems like they're always an inch too wide to fit into anything. In fact, that's why I had to buy my new trailer, was because my 6x10 box trailer is 1 inch too narrow at the doors to put the spider in. And I really wanted to put it in there because that was what I was going to use, really, quite frankly, as a garage in the off season. You just keep it inside the box trailer. But anyway, so I'm converting this building. To do it, I've got to cut out the old door, and then I've got to put the new door in. And I went out and looked at it and kind of got an idea in my mind the dimensions that I needed, and went over to the Home Depot and bought a stack of 2x4s and some hinges and some of that smoky kind of plasticky stuff, you know, that they use for a lot of roof panels and stuff like that. And came back with it and sat down one afternoon and built the daggum thing. And I did use a tape measure. I did measure things. I built it like you build a wall, a stud wall, which is easy enough to do, and I built plenty of those. And but all I did with my measuring was I just made sure all the studs were the same length, and then I just started fastening things together. And I didn't draw up any plans. I didn't I didn't refer to anything, you know. I just hung it up, just went by experience and you know, stuff like that, and put her together. But it seems like all my projects are like that. I can't tell you how many times I've started a project and be part of the way through it and say, hey, maybe this would work a little better, and so I'd have to undo what I did and redo it. But I've never bothered with that. I'm a kind of person, I really enjoy working on something like that. I like something that stretches your mind. And I always feel like, you know, I have planned a few things out, you know, where I was using expensive materials or scarce materials and things like that. You know, when you've got a couple of pieces of wood you've dug out of the garage and it's all you have, and you need a piece of wood to be a certain length or to do a certain thing, you can't cut it 4 or 5 times trying to come up with the best way. You gotta figure it out ahead of time, and I have done that. But in general, I get so much more enjoyment out of just sitting down and scratching my head and grabbing a hammer and my nail pouch and a saw, and you know, just having at it and just figuring it out as I go along. Now this door I built is working very well, but like a lot of doors, I mean, I had to make it big, so it's like a 7-foot by 6-foot door, and it doesn't weigh anything because it's just 2x4 studs and plastic. And if I can, I'll go down and get a picture of it for you just to show you what I built. But anyway, over time, any door or anything like that, the way that I've got it hinged, it's gonna start sagging down, and it's gonna start dragging, you know, on the threshold where it goes in. Make it hard. You have to pick it up to open it up and to close it, things like that. And I've come across that before, and I'll just simply, when I get around to it, next time I'm in North Carolina, I'll get some materials. I've got some steel cable that I bought a long time ago, very thin steel cable, and some eyelets and a turnbuckle and I'll diagonally put it from the upper hinge all the way down to the bottom corner of the door, and I'll be able to, just with a simple turn of the turnbuckle, I'll be able to support that end of the door and the weight of it. But again, this is nothing that I've planned. It's a little bit of experience on my part, but nonetheless, you know, I could have sat down and done all this to begin with, but you know, I didn't worry about it. I was just having fun with it. Are you guys planners? I mean, like today, like right now, this ride, I didn't plan this ride out. I just said, well, I just go ride around a little bit. And unfortunately, right here at the house, the only place that's really scenic and nice that's really close by is the covered bridge. And I've been through that so many times that I'm sure you guys are tired of just seeing that all the time. So this was just a wiggle through the neighborhood on some roads that I don't always go on, that you don't always see. But what do you think? Are you a planner? Or are you just a doer? You just sit down and figure it out as you go along. All right, well, you know, let me know. Hey, hope you guys are having a fantastic new year and a great day. If you get a chance, get out and ride. Shoot some video. If not, if you got any things in the archives, like I got a few stuck away, and I'm going to post one. I posted one just this morning. You know, get out there and have some fun. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.